What's up, wildlife enthusiasts? Welcome to Beastopedia, your one-stop shop for all things claws, paws, scales, and tails. I'm Ronan Reed, your guide to the wild world of animal facts, and today we're not just talking facts. We're busting myths. Get ready to have your minds blown, because we're diving deep into the animal kingdom to debunk some of the most widespread misconceptions out there. You know, those facts you learned as a kid that you later found out were totally bogus? We've all been there. So, buckle up, animal lovers, because we're about to separate fact from fiction and uncover the truth about some of your favorite creatures. Let's get into it. First up, we're talking bats. These fascinating creatures have been the subject of many myths and misconceptions. Now, how many times have you heard someone say, blind as a bat? It's a saying for a reason, right? People often assume that because bats are nocturnal, they must be blind. Well, get ready to have your minds blown, because bats are not actually blind. In fact, they have a range of sensory abilities that are truly remarkable. It's true that many bat species rely on echolocation, which is basically like seeing with sound. This allows them to navigate and hunt in the dark. They emit high-pitched sounds that bounce off objects, and by interpreting those echoes they can navigate and hunt in complete darkness. It's like having a built-in sonar system. That's some next-level sensory perception right there. But there's more to bats than just echolocation. But here's the thing. Even though echolocation is super cool and incredibly effective, it doesn't mean bats can't see. They actually have pretty good eyesight. In fact, most bats have pretty decent vision, especially the larger fruit-eating bats. These bats rely on their vision to find food and navigate their environment. Think about it. If bats were truly blind, wouldn't they be bumping into things all the time? Their ability to fly smoothly and avoid obstacles is a testament to their visual capabilities. They're incredibly agile flyers, weaving through forests and caves with ease. This agility requires both echolocation and vision. That takes some serious visual coordination. Bats are truly masters of their environment. So, the next time someone throws out the old blind as a bat line, you can swoop in with some real knowledge and set the record straight. Educate them on the incredible abilities of these nocturnal creatures. Bats are definitely not blind. Okay, let's move on to another animal that often gets a bad rap when it comes to intelligence. The goldfish. We've all heard the myth that goldfish have a 3-second memory span. It's a common belief that these little creatures are constantly living in the moment, unable to remember anything beyond a few seconds. But guess what? It's time to flush that myth down the toilet. Goldfish are much smarter than we give them credit for. Goldfish aren't just mindless swimming stomachs. They actually have pretty impressive memories. They can navigate their environment and remember specific details about it. Studies have shown that goldfish can remember things for months, not seconds. This means they can recall information and experiences over a long period. They can even be trained to recognize their owners, associate certain colors or shapes with food, and even perform tricks. Imagine a goldfish swimming through hoops or playing fetch. There was this one study where researchers trained goldfish to push a lever for a food reward. The fish learned to associate the lever with getting a treat. They then took the fish away for a few months and put them back in the tank. This was to test if the fish could remember the task after a long break. Guess what? The fish remembered exactly what to do to get their snack on. They went straight to the lever and pushed it to get their food. So, next time you see a goldfish, don't just dismiss it as a simple creature. These little fish have a lot more going on than meets the eye. Let's talk ostriches. The largest birds on the planet. These fascinating creatures have long legs, powerful strides, and can run at incredible speeds. Now picture this. Someone tells you a joke, and you're so embarrassed for them that you just want to bury your head in the sand and disappear. It's a common expression, but did you know it has a connection to ostriches? Well, that's kind of where the myth about ostriches burying their heads in the sand comes from. People thought that when ostriches were scared, they would hide by sticking their heads in the ground. But here's the thing. Ostriches don't actually do that. It's a misconception that has been debunked by scientists and wildlife experts. It's true that they have been observed lowering their heads to the ground, but it's not because they're trying to hide from danger. Instead, they have practical reasons for this behavior. They actually do this for a couple of reasons. One of the main reasons is related to their diet and feeding habits. First, ostriches are omnivores, which means they eat both plants and animals. Their diet includes a variety of foods, from seeds and leaves to insects and small vertebrates. When they lower their heads to the ground, they're often just pecking for food or swallowing pebbles to help grind up their food in their gizzards. These pebbles act like teeth, aiding in digestion. Second, ostriches have incredible eyesight and hearing. Their large eyes give them a wide field of vision, and their keen hearing helps them detect sounds from far away. By lowering their heads close to the ground, they can actually sense vibrations and hear approaching predators from a long distance away. This helps them stay alert and ready to react to any threats. It's a survival tactic, not a cowardly one. This behavior allows them to be prepared and take swift action if needed. So, there you have it. Ostriches don't bury their heads in the sand. Instead, they use their unique adaptations to thrive in their environment. They're smart, powerful birds that have adapted to survive in some pretty harsh environments. From their impressive speed to their keen senses, ostriches are truly remarkable creatures. Alright, let's talk about bulls and their supposed hatred for the color red. You've seen it in movies and TV shows. The matador waves a bright red cape, the bull charges, and chaos ensues. But here's the truth. Bulls are colorblind to red. They don't charge at the cape because of its color, but because of its movement. Bulls, like many other mammals, have dichromatic vision, which means they only see two primary colors, blue and yellow. Red, to them, just looks like another shade of gray. What really gets a bull riled up is the matador's dramatic movements and the flapping of the cape. It's the perceived threat and the challenge to their dominance that triggers their aggressive response. So, the next time you're at a bullfight, although let's be honest, you're probably watching it on TV, remember that it's not the color of the cape that matters, but the skill and agility of the matador that keeps them one step ahead of those sharp horns. Last but not least, let's address a myth that's been giving toads a bad rap for centuries. The idea that touching a toad will give you warts. Now, I'll admit, toads aren't exactly the cuddliest creatures out there. They've got those bumpy, warty-looking skin, and they secrete a weird milky substance when they're stressed. But here's the thing, those bumps on a toad's skin are not warts, and they won't give you warts. Warts in humans are caused by a virus, the human papillomavirus, or HPV, and it's spread through skin-to-skin contact with other humans, not amphibians. Those bumps on a toad are actually glands that secrete toxins to deter predators. While some toad toxins can be irritating to human skin, they won't cause warts. So the next time you see a toad hopping around, don't be afraid to admire it from a safe distance. Just remember to wash your hands afterward, and you'll be good to go. Well, there you have it, folks. We've busted 5 common animal myths wide open. Remember, the animal kingdom is full of surprises, and sometimes the things we think we know about animals are just plain wrong. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the truth behind these animal myths, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future wildlife adventures. And hey, if we can get over 10 new subscribers from this video, I promise to do 10 push-ups. You heard it here first. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and keep on exploring.